My mum and dad had an aim to start every kid before they were 5 years old at piano, and they realised it was a week out of my 5th birthday and they hadn't started me on piano, so mum and dad quickly sat me down at the piano and taught me the very basics so they could say they'd started their last kid before he was 5. Yeah, so at first my dad wasn't too keen on the idea of me rebooting the piano. I don't think he thought it was very possible, mainly one thing, he hadn't done something like that before. But as time went on and I'd convinced him to let me do it, I got him in every now and then to show me how to do certain things, especially like stringing the piano. He showed me how to do that so I could do it. And as time went on, he got pretty excited, and he was talking to my brother about it when my brother asked him what he thought of it, and he sounded pretty amazed what I'd done, especially that it was someone he knew, but then again it was his son. So it was quite nice for him, I think, to have a piano business and his son to pretty much do an apprenticeship. Yeah, at first when I pulled out the iron frame and fixed it all up, when I was eventually getting ready to make all the parts, I had a lot of questions about how it would all fit back together and where this would go, and I had to think like 5 or 6 steps ahead as I did it, because I had to think, once I put this in and I've done this and this and this, will this fit in after doing all that? So it was certainly a challenge to remember to think ahead about other parts that I'd have to make next to ensure that I made this so that it would fit in and be the right thickness or the right gap for it to slide into. I designed the piano to have a classic look to it, as a lot of older pianos do, so it matched in with the old iron frame and the keys and the action that are in there that I've all completely restored, and I did all that of red cedar timber. I mainly chose red cedar because I like the grain, and once it's polished especially, the grain and the colour of it just comes out so much more, and for a piano being heavier as is, it was good to use a lighter timber, being red cedar, to make it a little bit lighter when you're moving it. There's a few feature points on my piano that are more modernistic looks on a piano, hence the big wide top lid that doesn't have a hinge separating it, and then the top and bottom door panels, and down the inside at the ends are a bird's eye poplar veneer, which is a tree with all these small branches that come out of it, which creates all the tiny little knots in it that looks pretty cool. We've got a few pianos that we sell at my dad's shop with the bird's eye poplar veneer on the inside of the curve, and I've always seen it and wanted to do it in a piano if I ever made one. I think the most rewarding thing about doing this as my project was at the end seeing the final result, and along the way when I went to Bunnings or whatever, or wherever to buy things for it, I'd just say as a passing comment or something what it was for, and the people just kind of looked at me like, are you serious? Like, they were pretty shocked but amazed at the same time, and having people come in and have a look at it and play it and just kind of be in awe at it because I built a piano. wouldn't mind working with pianos in the future, whether it's building them from scratch, because it's a long process if you don't have all the machinery, but it's cool to fix them up and selling them. It's cool to see the joy that people get out of it when they buy them and you take them to their house, and yeah.